everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's Misadventures in Arena in Hearthstone. So we're 1-1. To be quite honest with you, if I lose the next two games and go 1-3, that will still be infinitely times better than my last arena performance where I went 0-3. So we came fairly close to winning the last match. It wasn't a blowout. We were probably holding the advantage for much of it. I actually kind of feel like with the deck that I've drafted here, with lots of like 2-mana cards, 3-mana cards, it's almost better to go second, just because I very rarely have something to do on the first turn that's meaningful, and if I get that coin card, if I go second, I can use my first turn to gain a little extra mana, and then play a creature that can kind of give me the initiative. It's like playing black in chess, right? You want to make sure that you take the initiative back from the enemy as soon as possible. In any case, I am playing a Shaman. Oh my god, I go first. One thing is for fucking sure, I do not want this Molten Giant card right away. I would love to have it eventually. In fact, I don't even really want Injured Blade Master, but I'll keep it just in case we don't get any other 3-mana creatures. So we have 3 and 5. This is bad. We're not going to be able to play anything for quite some time. On our second turn with our hero power, we can... Ah, there we go. Okay. So with 1 mana, this is actually one of my favorite cards to get. Shoot 3 missiles at random enemies for 1 damage each. This might be a misplay, but I like using it at 1 mana on the very first turn because it does 3 damage to the enemy immediately, and it's not like I could do anything else. So, you know, 1 mana for 3 damage is a pretty nice trade-off. Keep in mind, you know, the Fireball card is 4 mana for 6 damage, so, you know, from an economic, there you go right there. From an economic standpoint, I think it's pretty good. And then I can't do anything else, so I will just use my hero power to do 1 more damage to him. The Shaman power allows him to summon a random totem. He is absolutely a pain in the ass to fight. Some of the totems, we won't be able to see them this turn. Oh, we will, maybe, because he's using 3 mana. One of those, or 2 of those mana could be used for this. No, he summoned a Windforge creature. So, is it Windforge or Wind Fury? Sorry, my mistake. Windforge is a game that I saw at PAX. Okay, so how does Wind Fury work? It means he attacks twice per turn instead of once. Super annoying. We have 3 mana. What should we do here? I'm gonna summon the Injured Blade Master for now. But believe me, I am tempted. We'll say hello. I am tempted to play this Mirror Entity card, but I want to save that for when we get that minion, if we get that minion, that gets +2/+2 if you hold a secret card. So I'm gonna play Injured Blade Master. At the very least, maybe next turn we will have an opportunity to wipe out that Wind Fury creature. That's going to be able to do 4 damage per turn, so it's pretty annoying. Wind Fury cards tend to be kind of sponges for damage. Or not sponges, but like attractors for damage. Deal 3 damage. 1 mana and it deals 3 damage to my minion. That's really frustrating. Who does he play next? Adjacent minions have +2 attack. Oh my god, he's gonna take me down to 22 health on like the 3rd turn of the game. Okay, good. So I got Molten Giant. The fact that I'm taking damage means I might actually be able to throw this dude out here. Remember that Molten Giant costs 1 mana less for every damage that he takes. So we have 4 mana on this turn. We can really only play either a... is it adjacent minions? Man, that's frustrating. We can really only do a 4, a 2, or a 3 card on this turn. I hate to do it. I'm going to blow up that Wind Fury card. I hope that he doesn't have any more in his deck. The totem is frustrating as hell. Luckily, it has 0 attack, so if I can actually get a minion out there that does some good stuff, that would be awesome. But for now, I certainly feel like I'm on the back foot. Whenever you play a card, get +1/+1. That's scary as well. So his battle cry is draw a card. Okay, so on this turn, we can play a 3 and a 2, which might be the right way to deal with things. So I'm going to play this Secret, which allows me to summon a mirror copy of the next card, or the next minion that he plays, and I'll also play the Fairy Dragon. It's up to him if he wants to destroy my Fairy Dragon with his Questing Adventurer, which can get buffed. That's his prerogative. It's going to get a ton of extra damage probably on this turn, but that might get enough to actually allow me to summon the Molten Giant at some point in this game, which could be fun. Certainly, though, I feel like I'm already getting my ass kicked. Again, this is very much an amateur series in Hearthstone, and I encourage you guys, if you are experts, and you know, many of you who don't even own the game are probably much more well versed in what's going on in it than I am, because you digested a ton of stream and video content. Feel free to leave civil comments, ideally, telling me how I can get better, because I really do want to improve. This is a game I'm having a ton of fun with so far, as is everybody that is in the beta. So he has summoned a random totem. This is on his spell power +1, which is annoying. What? Don't hurt my card, you dick! He's playing some mind games with me. To be honest with you, I haven't played that many collectible card games over the course of my gaming career. Played a little bit of Magic Duels of the Planeswalker. Oh, come on. My magic will tear you apart, Hyperjack. He's trying to decide what the best course of action here is. I bet he's probably wondering what my secret card is, if I had to guess. I think it was a smart play for him. It is going to make the Molten Giant a little bit more possible to get out there, but yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea for him to do that. Alright, so we have a Knife Juggler. We can summon the Nightblade here to do some extra damage, but I think I'm going to do Knife Juggler. Remember, the way Knife Juggler works is he gets 1 damage he deals to a random minion on the enemy team whenever you play another minion of your own. So I'm going to summon this guy. That's going to give me 1 more card. Water Elemental, one of my favorite cards. He did 1 damage to that totem, which is not a lot, obviously. But we are going to destroy this totem instead of destroying the Questing Adventurer, because this will remove some damage from the Questing Adventurer, although every time this guy plays a card, Questing Adventurer is going to get even stronger. So maybe I should have just killed the Questing Adventurer instead. Could be a serious misplay. Did I click end turn? Because it seems... That was weird. That must be a bug, because it said enemy turn here. I was out of mana anyway, so there's not much I could have done there. Dangerously close to being able to get Molten Giant on the field. I'm hesitant to play it because I worry that he's just going to like silence it or turn it into a 1/1 sheep, because Polymorph I don't think is a class-specific card. I want him to summon a big minion here, but I think he's probably going to try to play a lot of smaller cards. Silence a minion, then deal 1 damage to it. I don't know why that took 2 damage there, but that's probably working as intended. That's okay, though. I'd rather, you know, he silences that minion than the inevitable Molten Giant. We'll see what this card is going to be. Remember, every time he plays a card, and I guess Shaman, or at least this deck, has a lot of low mana cards, he is going to get +1/+1 on his Questing Adventurer, which scares the shit out of me. But the Fairy Dragon can't be targeted by spells or hero power, so if he wants to kill it, he's going to have to kill it with, oh man, give a friendly minion Wind Fury. That's frustrating. But I got the same thing, so I will get that 3/3 creature, and it'll give a friendly creature Wind Fury, I guess, on my turn. He might want to destroy it, I guess, then. So that's going to get low, and I guess he's just going to decide to wipe out 2 creatures there. Which, to be quite honest with you, I'm happy with that decision. I'm glad he chose to do that instead of, you know, potential alternative. So, on this turn, we basically have 4, 5, 6, and 8. We only have 7 mana, so we could play a 4 and do 1 damage to something. Or we could play a 5 and do 1 damage to something. Or, sorry, play a 5 and do 3 damage to the hero, which I think is an okay idea. Does he have Wind Fury now, or does I guess the Battle Fury... The Battle Cry just doesn't work if you copy the minion. And then we'll, you know, attack the hero again for 2 mana. So I really want to get this Frost Elemental out as soon as possible as well, but I also want to make sure that I'm, you know, working with the cards that I have, and, you know, I've got to do some damage to him, otherwise he's just going to whittle me down forever. I'm really glad that the Questing Adventurer is gone. Spell Power +1 can be kind of annoying, especially after he does deal 2 damage to 2 random enemies and wipes out all of my creatures from the board, and then summons a random totem and does 3 damage to me. That's scary. None of these totems have taunt, but that totem that actually does damage is super annoying. So we can now summon our Molten Giant. Is it a good idea to summon it right now? It might be able to help us reverse the tide, but it could also be killed, but it would kill all of these in the meantime as well. I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to throw the Water Elemental out there. Presumably, I will take damage on the next turn as well. We'll get our Frost Elemental out as soon as possible. And what I'm thinking is I can probably get Frost Elemental and Molten Giant out on the next turn. And then we're going to silence a minion. And I'm going to silence the Ogre Magi so he doesn't get as much spell power anymore. It's not a huge deal. Like, I probably should have silenced a better creature, waited for that. But I think on the next turn I'll be able to take out Frost Elemental, freeze a hero, or freeze a minion or the hero, I guess, if I choose. And Molten Giant, which is going to allow me to do more damage. Oh my god, this fucking Battle Cry does 3 damage. So frustrating. Looks like my Frost Elemental's going to die on this turn anyway. He's going to do 1 more damage to me. We're not quite at the point where I can summon Frost Elemental and Molten Giant simultaneously. So, thinking 4, 4. Yeah, okay, let's... I can't really afford to take as much damage as I would take on the next turn. So I'm going to do this. Transform this enemy into a sheep. Use my hero power to hurt him. And then I can't do anything else, so we're just going to end our turn. And next turn... This is where it all hinges on, I guess. I'm feeling pretty bad. He has 8 more health than me. He's actually got heroes on the board. He has 9 mana. He went second, so I'm basically getting shit on right here. I'm pretty sure that this is basically the end for me. It depends on what card I get next, though, I guess, to a certain extent. Please tell me I don't just die on this turn, though. It's going to do 2 damage. Okay, so we're low. The good news is Molten Giant costs 0. And we're going to freeze something. We should probably freeze this one that gives you +1/+1 for every card in your hand. Good. And then we'll summon our Fairy Dragon, and then we will also do this and kill the Ogre Magi. And we may yet survive for one more turn. But do we do enough damage to destroy him? 8, 5, 3 is 16. We would need to add another 6 damage. Well, now we got some bigger problems, I guess. The Searing Totem will destroy that. And of course, he summons a hero with taunt. Or sorry, a minion with taunt. I keep mixing up minion and... At the end of your turn, restore 1 health to all friendly characters. That's frustrating. So, we're basically fucked. Like, I'm pretty sure... Let's just threaten him. Maybe he'll concede. My magic will tear you apart, man. Oh, you don't even know. I just got the greatest card in the whole deck. Draw 2 more cards. Return a friendly minion from the battlefield into your hand. The thing is, I don't want to return a minion from the battlefield into my hand. So we'll get that Harvest Golem out there. He's still... So here's the thing. I'm just going to destroy this character right here because there's no way I can kill it otherwise. Oh, you must attack the minion with taunt first. That is really bad, and I think I lose. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do about it. Like, we have to destroy the minion with taunt. Yeah, I guess that's just GG. He might not kill me on this turn. He probably will, though. I mean, I guess I want to get this... Maybe I can just cancel it? Oh, no, okay, I canceled the play there. So I do have to return this minion to my hand. That's fine. We're going to have more than enough mana next turn anyway. If we even live to see the next turn, which is, you know, pretty out there. I basically got dismantled here. I'm going to get killed here, yeah. So it's going to be 2, and then 4 damage from this thing, and then 1 damage from the Searing Totem. Well played to him. I got my ass kicked there. 18-0 is pretty bad. Not sure if there were incredible misplays, or if maybe my deck is just not well suited to that. So we might be very near to seeing our first arena loss. I'm 1-2 right now. That's not very good. And one more loss means we're out of the arena, and my $1.99 is gone, never to return, except when the beta stats get wiped and they actually release the game, and then I get the in-game credit or in-game gold credit for the amount of money that I've spent. This is the first real money I've spent on Hearthstone, and I'm more than pleased to invest some of my hard-earned Canadian dollars into play a game that is actually this much fun. It reminds me kind of like going to the casino and playing like dime slots or something like that. It's like, it's not a whole lot of money necessarily, and you get like maybe an hour or two of entertainment out of it, plus some items that maybe you'll be able to, I don't know, sell in the in-game store or something like that. I'm not saying the game that I like the free-to-play style of the game. I get kicked in the face by druids all the time. All right. So I go first. Not sure how I feel about that. I'm definitely going to re-roll this Frost Elemental here. But yeah, it's worth noting you can also pay for the arena stuff with in-game gold. You just need a whole heck of a lot of it. Hello, what a nice community right now. So we got a lot of low mana cards. I'm going to start with this one. It is Goldsure Footman. He has a taunt, and if I haven't explained taunt thoroughly, or you didn't watch the first video, essentially this means that he has to be attacked before you can attack anybody else on my side. So if there's one minion with taunt, maybe you want to kill another minion, maybe you want to... Oh, I didn't click the end turn. Maybe you want to do damage to my hero directly. Sorry, you can't do it. You got to get rid of the taunt minion first. Also, sweet hair, beard, and eyebrow combination on this guy. Now we're going to summon our Fairy Dragon, and we will be able to do 1 damage to the Druid here. Druid summons a lot of beasts. And also, he has the ability to get super tanky because his hero power allows him to gain +1 attack, which is a temporary buff for 1 turn, and then +1 armor, which persists if you don't get rid of it. Armor, effectively, is just like extra health. It goes on top of your health. So he's gained 1 mana crystal. At the end of this turn, deal 1 damage to this minion and summon a 1/1 imp. Interesting. A little disconcerting. So we have a mirror image card. Summons 2 0/1 minions with taunt. I like that card a lot, but I'm going to wait to play it until the next turn so I can play it along with another card. And I'm going to play this charge card here. And I could sacrifice 2 creatures or 1 creature in order to get rid of this Imp Master. But I have so many cards in my deck that are like deal 1 damage to all enemy minions that I don't actually mind this that much. So instead, I'm just going to attack the bejesus out of him. I want to make sure that as a druid, he gets a lot of damage early, because this will keep that armor from really balling out of control and making it so like he has 4 health and 30 armor at the end of the game, which is always really, really frustrating. Plus, eventually, this Imp Master will kill itself. He can kill some of my creatures, no doubt, but, you know, just by playing this charge creature and getting damage done to the hero, I'm okay with it. He's only got 1 mana left, so it'll be interesting to see what he does on this turn. Oh, I didn't realize that Druid actually innately has 1 attack power. That's kind of cool. Alright, so I can fairly easily... Oh, the Imp Master is actually going to die here, which is great for me. I feel pretty good about the way this is going so far. I'm going to save the bejesus out of that polymorph card. We can play Mirror Image and Arcane Intellect here, which I think is a good idea. So Mirror Image is going to give me 2 0/1/0/1 minions with Taunt. That's fantastic. He's going to have to attack those before he attacks the Fairy Dragon, which is awesome because the Fairy Dragon can't be targeted by spells or hero powers, which are normally exempt from the effects of Taunt. And then we'll draw 2 more cards. One is Arcane Missiles, and one is another 4-mana minion. So next turn I'll be able to play probably the minion as well as Arcane Missiles, or Fireball as well as Arcane Missiles, and do... Oh no, I didn't attack on this turn! I am the dumbest dude in the world. Okay. Ignore that. If I end up losing by like 3, I'm going to be pissed, but... So he has to do that. That's not going to destroy his Imp. Oh, he's got the Wolf Rider with charge now. Oh, it's really frustrating to me. Yeah, and that's probably going to kill the Fairy Dragon now. So now he's definitely got the initiative, I would say. But it did do damage to him. It took his armor away. So we have, we could do a 3-1 here. I think Arcane Missiles is a very smart play. Good, good. Okay, so it did destroy both of his minions and do damage to him, which was primarily what I was concerned about. I'm going to play Gnomish Inventor. We'll get another card back. It's another polymorph. I like this a lot. I'm still reeling from that terrible mistake I made where I didn't do any damage to him. But again, you know, we're going first. We have, choose one, charge or +2 health and taunt. He has chosen charge, which actually might make him easier to deal with, in all honesty. So we have 6 on this turn. Trying to think about how we might want to deal with this. I love having Fairy Dragon out on the field. We also have another 4 mana. I could polymorph him, but I honestly don't think it's worth it. Instead, I will probably just choose to Fireball the hero and take him down to 14, and then we'll end our turn. So I'm feeling alright about this, but, you know, it's possible that he's just going to ball out of control with creatures eventually. Oftentimes when I play as the, I'm glad I say polymorph, when I play as the mage, I start out doing really well, and then by the end of the game, just get shit on. So I'm hoping that this isn't the case here. So I'm going to play my polymorph card. Boulder Fist Ogre is now going to be a 1/1 sheep, which is beautiful for me. We can play either Raid Leader or Direwolf. I think Raid Leader is a smart play. This will give us +1 damage, so I'll be able to attack him. And there we go. So he's going to be at 10 health now, which is probably a little bit scary for him. I have a lot of like single target damage spells like Fireball. At least 2 of those in my deck, so there's 1 more remaining. It'll be interesting to see what he does with this wolf. He chose to sacrifice it to destroy his, or to destroy my Fairy Dragon. I don't really have that many minions, which is the kind of sore spot for me. Now he managed to kill my Raid Leader with the sheep, which is kind of funny, I guess. But cool, we got Fireball again. I think it's in our best interest to just immediately Fireball him. Seems like a smart idea. We'll also summon our Direwolf, and we'll see how he chooses to respond to this, because on the next turn, he's going to be potentially in a world of hurt. I just used my hero power to take him down to only 2 health remaining, so I guess this guy does 2 damage randomly at the start of his turn. I'm glad he didn't destroy the Direwolf. That would have made things more difficult. Now, the flip side of this... Oh, okay, so that guy has Taunt, but I do have Polymorph, which is exceptionally useful in this situation, because that will remove Taunt as well. So I think we actually just won. So if I play Polymorph on this hero, he won't have Taunt anymore. Good, and we should just be able to attack him and finish the job. Good game! That was probably the most ridiculous trouncing I've ever done. I was really worried that we would lose to him as a druid. So I'm happy. We're 50-50 right now. 2-2. Even if I lose the next game, I'm going to be very pleased with the way that this has gone for me. It's nice to play in Arena, because most of the time you feel like the people you're playing against are fairly high-level competition. And we'll do one more game here because if I lose, that'll be the end, and it'll be a fitting stopping point for the first episode. And if I win, you know, maybe we're going to kick off an amazing streak. Who knows? But we'll see. Very surprised that I actually managed to win that one against a Druid. I have a pretty terrible track record against Druids, and we are now playing against Aqua now, who is playing as a Rogue, which has a very frustrating hero power to deal with. Whoa, he told me to watch my back. So as usual, we go first. That seems to have happened like 4 out of the 5 games we've played. I'm going to keep all these cards. Like I said, I really like having Arcane Missiles as your first card. Just allows you to do damage to the enemy right off the bat. Rogue hero power. If I can just wait for this. Ooh, okay, we got way too many 3-mana cards, but equips a 1/2 dagger or gives your weapon +1 attack this turn. So that can get a little ridiculous a little quickly, but right out the bat, we do our 3 damage and then end our turn and pass it off to him. And we're going to see how this goes. This is the first arena game I've ever played against a Rogue, I think. I've only played against the Rogue in the practice mode against the AI, so we'll see how this works. I'm going to take a sip of my water because I've been talking nonstop for like 21 minutes now. But I think it's valuable. Oh my god, so many 3-mana cards. It's not bad. The only reason it's kind of frustrating is because, you know, I have to make a difficult choice, I guess, on the next turn. And I think it's best to save this Mirror Entity card until we get a little later in the game, so he's like 6 or 7 mana. He'll be more likely to play a really incredible minion at that point. So he's going to have some minions out here right off the bat, which are going to be difficult to deal with. But good, we're going to be able to do... we have a charge creature, basically. We need to figure out how we want to deal with this. I think it's in our best interest to summon the charge creature, and then if he wants to lose both of his minions, or one of his minions attacking it, that's up to him. Or maybe, so here's what I'm thinking. I could attack, and then he has to choose what to do, but no matter who he attacks, I think it's best to attack him, but I am tempted to take out that boar, and then just eat 1 damage per turn instead, because he could just destroy me with his boar on this turn, and then he still has this kind of better Razorfen Hunter here. That's okay, though. We did 3 damage to him. I mainly focus on hero damage, perhaps at the expense of, you know, taking care of his minions. Yeah, that's probably the smart play from him, if I had to guess, and he'll be able to do 2 damage to me. And honestly, probably would have been better for me to deal with that Razorfen Hunter than take him out, or then do some extra damage to the hero, but that's okay. So his weapon lost some durability. Summon 2 0/0 minions with Taunt. I think that is a really, really nice card. We also have Raid Leader, which gives other minions +1 attack. Just trying to think about how we want to deal with this. Because obviously it would be awesome to play Raid Leader and Mirror Image in succession, because then my creatures will actually be able to do some damage, but we have no means then of being able to kill this Razorfen Hunter. He could just kill one of our creatures without really suffering anything himself. So I almost feel like we'll play Injured Blade Master this turn, and then we can play 3 cards next turn, and we'll see how that works. I could also, you know, why don't we summon a boar on this turn? No, you know, it's best to summon the boar when we have Raid Leader out, so that he'll get the buff from it, I think. Maybe I'm making a mistake here, because I did have 1 unused mana, and that represents, you know, some kind of loss in terms of opportunity cost, but we'll see. He's just going to silence or destroy this creature in all likelihood. We'll wait for this card to come down and see what it does. A little scared. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Oh, I clicked away. What did he do? Injured. Wait. He hurt me for 2. Summons a 2/1 Defias Bandit. He's going to attack me. He'll take damage himself, though, so I'm not necessarily too concerned about that. What did we summon here? Fireball. Great card. Now, let's have some fun here. So I'm going to summon Raid Leader. Your other minions get +1/+1 attack. Mirror Image, so that my taunted creatures are a little bit higher value targets now. As well as Stone Tusk Boar, which will allow me to do 2 damage with my attack, and that has charge on it. So next turn, he's going to be able to destroy... he's going to have to destroy my taunted creatures, and hopefully Raid Leader will survive. Not 100% sure whether it will or won't, but... cool, we have Fireball and, you know, Mirror Image that we can play eventually. Hoping to get some more minion cards to just make sure I don't kind of slide away, because as of right now, I feel like the game's going all right, but that could change. If he doesn't kill my taunted creatures, we'll have some fun. Let's see. An enemy minion deals its damage to the next minions beside it. Okay. That was actually really good. He wiped out 2 creatures with 1 2-mana card. And then he will be able to destroy all of my minions and just clear the board for me if he wants to. And he does want to. Okay. So, of course, I'm really hoping deal 2 damage, combo, deal 4 damage instead. I actually don't know how combo cards work. Wonder if I can take a look at that quickly. No. Okay. How do we want to deal with this one? Fireball, I just want to use, like, on the enemy. So, you know, he's going to have 6 mana on the next turn. I am going to play Mirror Entity. This will also allow me to do 1 damage to somebody. Probably... What does this guy have? Nothing. Nothing. I think it's in our best interest to use our Fireball to... or not Fireball, but our Hero Power to wipe out one of these 2/1 creatures. And we'll see what creature he plays next. Hopefully he plays right into our hand and plays a really awesome creature that I can just copy and then have on the field. Because this is where I'm going to lose my initiative a little bit. I'm going to be at... He's got 6 mana still. Holy shit. I'm going to be at lower health than him, which is really shitty when you go first, because it means you kind of lost the tempo in your play. He has not even summoned a minion, and if he does now, it'll only be a 4 damage minion, which is not that great. And I'm concerned because he has way more cards than me. It's a little scary. So I'm going to save this Fireball card. I'm just going to summon Gnomish Inventor instead. See what we get. Nightblade. I still can't play both of these cards on the same turn, which is what I want to do, because I can do 9 damage to him on the same turn and summon a minion. And again, probably in our best interest to deal 1 damage to one of these 2/1 creatures again. Just to make sure that we don't, like, slip too much. We still have this secret. He's got 7 mana. Please, please summon your ultimate creature and assume that I have, like, a spell card. Well, I hope I get the battle cry effect from that. So he made a smart play. He played a not-so-great minion, which means I'm going to get a not-so-great minion. Do I still get the battle cry? It appears not. But we'll see what he chooses to do as a result of that. He's just going to, you know, trade minions here, which is actually fine by me. He still has 5 mana left. Does he summon a better minion now? Because now he knows my secrets? We'll see. How I would have loved for him to have played... Yeah. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a card. How I would have loved for him to have played a stronger minion in that situation. So, return a friendly minion from the battlefield to your hand. Here's how I'm gonna play this one. We're gonna do it. So I'm gonna use Fireball to hurt him, and then I'm going to attack with our Gnomish Inventor, and then I am going to play Arcane or Ancient Brewmaster, which will put a minion on the field, and it will also return this Gnomish Inventor to our hand. So he's not gonna get killed on the next turn, and I can use his battle cry to draw another card the next time I play him. And with 9 mana on the next turn, I can use both of these existing cards. Destroy an enemy minion. That is a very strong card. And obviously my Brewmaster is gone, but at least he saved the Gnomish Inventor in the process. He'll be able to do... Gain attack equal to the attack of your weapon. This is scary. He's going to be able to do 8 damage this turn. Give your minion stealth until your next turn. Oh, shit! That means when they're stealth, you actually cannot attack them until they attack. Well, so I'm going to summon Molten Giant, because that might be one of my only ways out in this situation. And then I'm going to summon Nightblade, and, you know, that'll deal 3 damage to him. I can't summon Gnomish Inventor, so instead we'll just do this. And it looks like it's all coming down to this turn. He does 8 damage, plus his weapon. Can he kill me on this turn? I would be surprised if he couldn't, but if he doesn't deal with Molten Giant, I can probably kill him on the next turn then. So this guy up, yeah, I'm done. He has Charge and Divine Shield, so well played. He got me there. I feel like I had a reasonably good chance, but it all fell apart at the end there. So that's gonna, you know, 2 videos. I went 2 and 3. Honestly, not so bad, considering the way I normally do when I play Hearthstone. So, Hearthstone, sorry, my apologies. So now we will be able to use our key to unlock this treasure, and this is why I kept playing more and more games over the course of this episode, in the hopes that I could, you know, finish off a video on an important note, or a good note, and then start from there. So we're going to get some prizes here, 5 prizes, 10 gold, that's like 1/15 of an arena entry, 25 of whatever this is. I think that's Arcane Dust, which I can use to, like, craft cards. So there's like 10% of an arena entry, a pack of cards, and another 5 Arcane Dust. So not enormous prizes, but we will open our packs of cards here and see what we get. This is the first time I've ever done this on camera, but we'll see. So we open these all up all at once. It's kind of like opening a crate in Dota 2 or something like that. There's 4 values of cards: common, rare, epic, and legendary. I am definitely hoping to get some epics or legendaries, even though it's all going to be wiped from us as soon as the beta ends. But yeah, who knows? Let's see. So we start with a Paladin card. We got a golden common. I don't know what this actually does, but it's for a shaman, a character I've basically never played. Divine Shield, Scarlet Crusader. That's a good card. I like that. an inner fire card for the priest. By the way, we can use these in the deck building mode, but I'm not going to play that. I'm going to stick to arena for now. And we got a rare Master of Disguise starring Danny Carvey. Battlecry, give a friendly minion stealth. That seems really, really useful, actually. We're going to say done, and that's going to do it for this episode. As always, thanks for watching, as this is kind of still the start of a new series. I would very much appreciate it if you enjoyed the video, not forgetting to click that like button in order to help me kind of spread my seed throughout the YouTube landscape. I know I made that sound as gross as possible. That was my intention. And of course, if you want to give me some tips, please civil comments on what I could do better, strategies that I should look to employing, and resources that I should look to improve my Hearthstone play. I'm having a really good time with this game so far, and I want to make sure that other people are having a terrible time with it by actually getting good at it. Making myself actually good at it, so I trounce them, hopefully. But we're not quite there yet, obviously. As always, thanks for watching. I appreciate your support, and I will see you next time.